In the year 2157, humanity finally achieved the dream of interstellar travel. The first extrasolar colony ship, the ESS Hope, set out on an epic journey to the nearby star system of Proxima Centauri. The crew, led by the intrepid Captain Nathaniel Drake, hoped to establish a new home for humanity among the stars. As the ESS Hope approached Proxima, the potentially habitable planet orbiting Proxima Centauri, they made a startling discovery: a massive alien vessel in orbit around the planet. The sleek, obsidian-colored ship dwarfed the human craft, its alien geometry defying comprehension. Captain Drake, ever the diplomat, opened hailing frequencies to greet the extraterrestrial visitors. Much to the crew's shock, they received an almost immediate response. However, it was not the friendly welcome they had hoped for. "Attention, primitive species," a cold, imperious voice crackled over the comms. "This is Queen Valdari of the Zorthan Empire. Your presence in our territory is a violation of galactic law. Leave immediately or face the consequences of your impertinence." Captain Drake, refusing to be cowed, responded calmly. "Greetings, Queen Valdari. I am Captain Nathaniel Drake of the Earth ship Hope. We come in peace, seeking to establish diplomatic relations and perhaps an alliance between our peoples." The alien queen's response was sharp and derisive. "Alliance? With a backward, unproven race like yours? Don't make me laugh. We have observed your kind, humans. You are a violent, self-destructive species, barely out of your own cradle. You have nothing to offer us." Drake bristled at the insult, but maintained his composure. "With respect, Your Majesty, you know nothing of humanity's potential. We have overcome great adversity to reach the stars. We may surprise you yet." "Doubtful," Valdari scoffed. "But it is of no matter. This system is now under Zorthan control. Leave, or we will destroy you and take your pitiful vessel as a trophy of your foolishness." Captain Drake's eyes narrowed, a plan already forming in his mind. "Very well, Queen Valdari. We will depart. But know this, humanity will not be dismissed so easily. We will prove our worth to the galaxy, one way or another." As the comlink closed, Drake turned to his crew, his expression determined. "All right, people, we have work to do. The Zorthans think we're just primitives to be brushed aside. Let's show them what human ingenuity and determination can accomplish. We're going to change the minds of those alien queens, no matter what it takes." And so began the greatest challenge humanity had ever faced, winning the respect of a galaxy that had already written them off. But if anyone could do it, it was Captain Nathaniel Drake and the intrepid crew of the ESS Hope. Captain Drake and his crew set to work on a daring plan to prove humanity's worth to the dismissive Zorthan Empire. They would terraform a barren, inhospitable moon in the Proxima Centauri system into a thriving human colony, right under the noses of the alien queens. Using advanced terraforming techniques and sheer human grit, the crew of the ESS Hope labored tirelessly to transform the lifeless rock into a habitable world. They carved out vast underground cities, engineered a breathable atmosphere, and seeded the surface with genetically modified vegetation. Months turned into years as the secret human colony took shape. Captain Drake christened it New Hope, a symbol of humanity's unbreakable spirit in the face of adversity. The colonists thrived in their hidden haven, developing new technologies and social structures adapted to life on an alien frontier. All the while, Drake kept a watchful eye on the Zorthans' activities in the system. He knew that simply building a successful colony wouldn't be enough. They needed to make an impact that even the haughty alien queens couldn't ignore. That opportunity came when a Zorthan supply ship, crippled by a meteoroid storm, sent out a distress signal near New Hope. Without hesitation, Captain Drake led a rescue mission to aid the stricken vessel. The Zorthan crew was stunned when a human ship arrived to assist them. They were even more shocked by the advanced technology and seamless efficiency of Drake's team as they repaired the damaged ship and treated the injured Zorthans. Among the Zorthan crew was Princess Zara, Queen Valdari's headstrong daughter. Zara watched in fascination as the humans worked, her preconceptions about the primitive species crumbling with every passing moment. When the crisis was over, Zara approached Captain Drake, her eyes wide with wonder. "I don't understand," she said. "You could have left us to die, after the way we treated your people. Why would you help us?" Drake smiled enigmatically. "That's just what humans do, Princess Zara. We help those in need, regardless of their species or their opinion of us. It's part of what makes us who we are." Zara left the encounter with a newfound respect for humanity and a burning curiosity to learn more about these remarkable beings who had defied her mother's dismissal. Back on New Hope, Captain Drake knew that the rescue of the Zorthan ship was just the beginning. They had planted a seed of doubt in the minds of the alien queens, a seed that could grow into something truly transformative for both their species. The gambit had paid off, but the real work of changing hearts and minds across the galaxy was just beginning, and Captain Nathaniel Drake was ready for the challenge. Princess Zara returned to the Zorthan homeworld, her mind reeling from her encounter with the humans. She couldn't reconcile the benevolent rescuers who had saved her life with the primitive savages her mother had always described. Determined to learn the truth, Zara began to secretly study human culture and history. She was amazed by their resilience, their creativity, and their capacity for both great kindness and terrible destruction. The more she learned, the more she became convinced that her mother's dismissal of humanity was a grave mistake. Zara knew she had to act. She reached out to Captain Drake, proposing an unprecedented alliance between their peoples. Together, they would work to bridge the gap between humans and Zorthans, fostering understanding and cooperation in the face of centuries of mistrust. At first, Drake was hesitant. He had no reason to trust the daughter of the Queen who had threatened to destroy his ship. But Zara's sincerity and her genuine desire to make amends won him over. He agreed to the alliance, knowing it could change the course of galactic history. Under the guise of diplomatic missions, Zara and Drake began to bring their peoples together. Human scientists shared their advanced terraforming techniques with Zorthan colonies, while Zorthan engineers helped improve human spacecraft with their superior technology. As the two species worked side by side, old prejudices began to crumble. Zorthans marveled at human ingenuity and adaptability, while humans admired Zorthan elegance and wisdom. Friendships blossomed, and even love began to cross the boundaries of species. But not everyone was happy with the growing alliance. Queen Valdari, still clinging to her belief in Zorthan's superiority, saw her daughter's actions as a betrayal. She vowed to put an end to the human influence corrupting her people by any means necessary. In a daring raid, Valdari's forces attacked New Hope, intending to wipe the human colony off the face of the moon. But they were met with a shocking sight: Zorthan ships fighting alongside human vessels, defending the colony with a fierce determination. The battle was short but brutal. In the end, Valdari's fleet was routed, her plans to eradicate humanity foiled by the very alliance she had sought to destroy. Faced with the undeniable proof of human worth and Zorthan's support, the Queen had no choice but to accept defeat. In the aftermath of the battle, Princess Zara confronted her mother, her eyes blazing with conviction. "Can't you see, Mother?" she asked. "Humans are not our enemies. They are our equals, our partners in shaping the future of the galaxy. It's time to let go of our old prejudices and embrace a new era of cooperation." To everyone's surprise, Queen Valdari bowed her head, a rare show of humility from the proud monarch. "Perhaps you are right, my daughter," she admitted. "Perhaps I have been blind to the potential of these humans. It seems I have much to learn." And with those words, the tide truly turned. The alliance between humans and Zorthans, once a fragile dream, had become an unbreakable bond. Together, they would face the challenges of a vast and wondrous galaxy, united in their diversity and stronger than they could ever be alone. Captain Drake and Princess Zara looked to the stars, their hearts filled with hope for a future when no species would ever again be dismissed for their differences, but celebrated for their unique contributions to the tapestry of life in the universe. In the years following the Battle of New Hope, the alliance between humans and Zorthans flourished like a flower in the desert. With Queen Valdari's blessing, the two species embarked on a grand project to create a new galactic order, one based on mutual respect, cooperation, and the free exchange of ideas. Captain Drake and Princess Zara, now the official ambassadors of their respective peoples, traveled the stars together, spreading the message of unity and diversity. They negotiated treaties, mediated disputes, and inspired countless worlds to join their growing coalition of peace. Under their guidance, human and Zorthan scientists collaborated on groundbreaking discoveries that propelled both species to new heights of knowledge and achievement. Zorthan philosophers and human artists blended their traditions, creating works of unparalleled beauty and profound wisdom. On New Hope, the once barren moon had become a shining beacon of what could be accomplished when different species worked together. The colony had grown into a thriving metropolis, a hub of trade, learning, and cultural exchange for the entire sector. But the greatest symbol of the new era was the union of Captain Drake and Princess Zara themselves. In a grand ceremony attended by dignitaries from 100 worlds, the human and Zorthan pledged their lives to each other, a testament to the power of love to transcend all boundaries. As the newlyweds looked out over the cheering crowds, Drake turned to his bride, his eyes misty with emotion. "You know, when I first set out for the stars, I never imagined anything like this," he said. "I thought we'd be lucky just to survive, let alone change the galaxy." Zara smiled, her hands squeezing his. "That's the thing about you humans," she teased. "You never stop surprising us. Your determination, your adaptability, your capacity for love, those are the qualities that make you truly great." Drake grinned, pulling her close. "And here I thought it was just my dashing good looks and charming personality." Zara laughed, the sound ringing out like music across the plaza. "Those certainly don't hurt, my love, but it's your humanity that truly won my heart and changed the minds of an entire galaxy." As the celebration continued into the night, the stars above seemed to shine a little brighter, as if the universe itself was smiling down on the dawn of a new era. An era of hope, of unity, and of endless possibility, forged by the unbreakable spirit of a species that had once been dismissed, but had proven themselves to be the greatest force for change the galaxy had ever known. And at the center of it all, two hearts beat as one, a human and a Zorthan, a captain and a princess, a love that had crossed the stars and rewritten the destiny of billions. Their story would be told for generations to come, an inspiration to all who dared to dream of a better tomorrow. For in the end, it wasn't the might of ships or the power of weapons that had changed the galaxy. It was the simplest, yet most powerful force of all, the unyielding determination of the human spirit, and the transformative magic of an open heart and an open mind. A century had passed since the fateful first contact between humanity and the Zorthan Empire. In that time, the galaxy had undergone a transformation so profound, it would have been unimaginable to those who had lived through those early, uncertain days. The alliance forged by Captain Nathaniel Drake and Princess Zara had grown into a vast federation of species united in their commitment to peace, progress, and mutual understanding. Humans and Zorthans, once bitter adversaries, now stood side by side as the closest of friends and the most steadfast of allies. On the centennial anniversary of the Battle of New Hope, a grand celebration was held on the moon that had once been a flashpoint of conflict, but was now a shining symbol of unity. Dignitaries from 1,000 worlds gathered to honor the memory of those who had fought and sacrificed to bring about this new era of harmony. Among the honored guests were the descendants of Captain Drake and Princess Zara, their family tree a living testament to the power of love to bridge even the widest of divides. As they stood before the cheering crowds, they could feel the weight of history on their shoulders and the pride of a legacy that had changed the course of the galaxy. In a quiet moment amidst the festivities, the eldest of the Drake-Zara clan, a venerable great-granddaughter with her human grandfather's piercing blue eyes and her Zorthan grandmother's regal bearing, took a moment to reflect on the path that had led them to this point. "When I think back on the story of my ancestors," she said, her voice rich with emotion, "I am struck by the incredible courage and vision it took to forge this alliance. In a galaxy that had dismissed humanity, that had seen our differences as weaknesses, they dared to imagine a different path." She paused, her gaze sweeping over the assembled throngs, taking in the myriad species and cultures represented. "They showed us that our diversity is not a liability, but our greatest strength. That when we come together, when we open our hearts and minds to each other, there is no limit to what we can achieve." As the celebration continued, as laughter and song filled the air, the spirit of Captain Drake and Princess Zara seemed to permeate every corner of the moon they had once fought to defend. Their love, their determination, their unwavering belief in the potential of all sentient beings. These were the qualities that had reshaped the galaxy, and that would continue to guide it towards an ever brighter future. And so, as the stars wheeled overhead, as the great dance of the cosmos played out its eternal rhythm, the story of humanity and the Zorthans stood as a beacon of hope and inspiration for all who would follow in their footsteps. A reminder that even the smallest of sparks, when nurtured with care and compassion, could grow into the greatest of flames, a light to illuminate the darkness and to guide the way to a better tomorrow for all the children of the stars.